Alright, good morning everybody. Welcome to another Livin Freestyle Game Dev live stream. My name is Kevin, and we do this twice a week. We hop online, this works like office hours, come and go, ask questions, etc. around game dev, Unreal Engine, and all those kinds of things. We had a little bit of a false start this morning. I've been changing the way the overall setup works, and so, but I also wanted to make sure we had a whiteboard ready to go for today, just in case we needed it. Like I said, my name's Kevin. I currently work at Riot Games in R&D, and I get to do a lot of cool stuff there. But as much cool stuff as I get to do there, I don't get to do a lot of other cool stuff. And actually, doing these AMAs and Q&As and answering y'all's questions not only helps me learn a ton, but it also helps expose me to a lot of other things that I might not normally get into. For example, I did a Q&A not too long ago where I ended up building an entire 3D music visualizer just because somebody asked, how do we do that? Which was really cool. I'd never even tried to use waveforms or anything like that in Unreal before, and it was a lot of fun. Now, in the absence of questions, it's not a problem because we have my own personal prototype that I'm actually working towards getting to, and I am hoping to put in the hands of players and you all at some point where we can run around and test this game that I'm making. And it looks like we knocked out any of the questions that were in the comment sections and things like that. And so I think what we're going to do is we're going to hop right in, unless we have any questions already in the chat this morning, which we don't. So we're going to hop right back into the engine and work on our runaway, if you all recall. So let's hop in there and we'll do that. We need to fix our stream, and then also I want to just double check real quick to make sure that we are actually properly streaming, because we have definitely made mistakes there before. Looks good. All right, y'all. Here we go. Good morning, good Nana. How are you doing this morning? Happy Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, happy Wednesday. Did that work out with the VR stuff for your boot times? All right, so what we're doing is, remember, as a quick recap, and I'm not going to go through it, but basically what's happening right now is when our enemies or allies actually get to too little health and they try to run away, they can't run away. The reason they can't run away, and this is why I was going to get the whiteboard up and going. So here, let me show you this whiteboard. Let me make sure it's visible. It is. Okay. So the reason this is going is, let's say that we have, oh, that's not straight lines. So let's say that this is our map bounds. Yeah, it's okay. This will work. This is going to be fine. This is our map bounds. All right. And then we have our enemy, and we have our player, and our enemy is hurting. And what happens is, while they're hurting, the minute they start hurting, they go and they try to run away. Well, when they try to run away, what we've been doing is we basically have been making sure they run away from the player. And so we've been checking a vector that runs this way, right? Ooh, there's a pretty arrow here. Can I use that instead? Oh no, I don't want to use that instead. I want to go back to bed. All right, anyways, they're going to run away in this direction. And what we were doing was we were doing a check for anything within the radius of a point that was 1,500 units away from the player. Well, like I've drawn with this arrow, let's just pretend that this arrow is 1,500 units, okay? Then they were going to check right here. And the problem is when they check for any location within the navigable radius, 1,500 units from the player, they're out here in the middle of space. They can't find anything, and so they do nothing, which is why, I guess for a while now, our runaway has been broken on smaller maps. So what do we want to do? I think what we want to do is we'd like to have it so that when the player, or when the enemy is weak, it would be better if they checked a bunch of different things, much like we do for when they're looking for cover. And actually, let's put in, like for example, let's say that there's a cover object here. Okay. What we want them to do is, of these different spots that they could go to here, oops. Let's say, let's keep it red. We'll keep it in the red. They could go here, they could go here, they could go here. I think it'd be great if they went here instead, as an example, because it's behind cover from the player, and also, you know, it's away. And so because of that, I'm actually thinking that we can just reuse all of the same tech that we used for the find cover task. So that's what we're going to try to do today. We will see if we are successful, and we should be back to, we are, okay. So to get that started, let's take a look at our BT. So enemy, here's our enemy BT. All right, and they flee. This is where they flee. Sure, schedule for the live stream. The schedule for the live stream is Sunday nights at 10:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and Wednesday mornings at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we try to keep them consistent twice a week, and we also try to switch them to cover different time zones. All right, so flee is cool. That's what we're going to be working in. Let's go to flee. All right, now here's where we are. This is where we have to figure out this stuff. Runaway task. Currently, this is where all the problems are problems are. Basically, all of this is doing the calculation to figure out where all the vector stuff is, so that's not what we want. And we're also going to go back, and we're going to check a fight. Because what I want to do is in fight, there's this find cover position. All right. And if we steal this, the runaway task uses this move to goal. Oh, look at that. Dude, this might be easy. Famous last words, right? This might be easy. Okay. I think if we just paste in our find cover position to attack, we're going to force success. Let's disconnect runaway. Okay, and it's going to put this cover position straight into our move goal, which is where we're moving to. All right, I'm not even going to look at what find cover does. Let's just let it ride. Oh, cool. There's some great kite surfing in Vietnam. Godana says he's from Vietnam, or they're from Vietnam. She or he, I'm not sure. But anyways, there's some good kite surfing in Vietnam. I'm hoping to get there one day. Anyways, let's see here. We've got this. Let's save this. Now let's get back into our test. Now, the current test is we have our player. We have one enemy. Okay, that's what we were testing. We were testing the enemies first. So let's try the enemies first. Here we go. I don't know why our art's not loading. All right, switch to a gun. Gun, please. Gun, please. I have not hit this dude once. Oh my goodness. First thing Wednesday morning, tough day. Here we go. He's doing better than I am. All right, look at that. Oh my goodness, it worked. He just ran away. Oh, this is great. Like, we did almost no work there. He's a little confused about this one. But that's okay. This is way better. Okay. Now, we can actually go back to what we were trying to do. Which was get our allies. To get our allies to not die so fast and run away. Alright? So let's go back to that. Remember from last stream. Let's escape out of this. We should get our usual crash. We do. Or it's not a crash, it's a break. I've not figured out why this end play reason consistently... Something's getting destroyed. I don't know what it is, but anyways. Fortunately, we're using the Visual Studio IDE, so we can catch that and continue playing without crashing. Now I'm going to save this, and then we're going to go back to a full-on game. Alright? Sort of a game. Let's... Oh goodness. Let's do 3 enemies and 2 allies. And see if they are a little bit smarter about not dying all the time. Okay, here we go. I'm switching to the gun right off the bat. And I am going to try to play for real. I'm going to try to get some headshots in here. Jeez Louise. Okay, I don't know. The enemy is definitely running away now. Although it's interesting because she's not going to run away from me here. There we go. She doesn't realize that I can see her. Alright, that's fine. We can fix that later. Other than that, she's doing fine. Okay, but I never saw our allies run. And... Oh, you know what? We have our debug menu. We can just restart. Look at that. Things are working. Wait, did I actually click the button though? Yes, I did. Alright, here's our buddies. Whoa. Oh, they're not. Oh. They're not running. Wait. Okay. The enemies are working. What's happening though is, look at it, I'm the only one left. I barely made it through that and there's only 3 enemies. And so I'm trying to balance right now. I'm trying to figure out the behavior. I'm also trying to get this to be fun. Look, I'm not gonna lie, it's not bad already. But what's happening is, I would like my allies to be smarter and survive a bit longer. And what I want to see is, when this should flee. I want to look at this. Should flee. Alright. Wow. So if this is an ally, okay, if our health is less than 0.4 and we're an ally, we should flee. You know what? Let's change this. Let's do a different number for allies. Let's say 0.7. So that first sword hit, they should already be running. Trying to find a better position. Okay. And the enemies aren't going to flee because they have friends. Oh, I'm getting better. It was a little fast. It was a little fast. It's hard to tell. Our restart's a little slow. We're gonna have to figure out why that is. It gets faster for me to just completely restart the game rather than... We'll have to check the timeout for that. Wait, they're just standing there. Why would they just stand there? Oh, wait. Hold on a second. I need a way to test this. How do I test this? If we go down to one ally and one enemy, this will be easier. This isn't the way I really want to test it, but I think this will be easier. Okay. And here comes the bad guy. See, why is he not running? Now he's running. And the enemy can't see. Is the enemy also running? What in the world? Okay, I have an idea. For the... Oh no, I don't have an idea. I was going to say let's draw a debug sphere where they're running to. But find cover would be a lot to do that for. Also, the problem is it going to be changing this every time it comes in here? Hold on a second, let's watch this. Alright, this is what I need to be able to debug this properly. I need the ability to set the health of a character in some easy way. That's one thing I need. The other thing I could do I have an idea. Alright, let's do this. Let's go into our enemy VT, and then in our fight, what I want to do is I don't want to attack. Could just move this. Okay, so what we want to do is not attack. So they're going to do all the movements, but they're not going to attack, and they're not going to throw grenades. And we can add that back in. That's why I made a duplicate here. That's melee. Let's temporarily take out the melee. We'll keep the set focus. So all of everything else is the same. We find it, enemies, we do all those things. All right. So let's just double check that. And they should still run around, they should still do all the things, they're just not actually going to attack. So they're going to run at each other. Great. Okay. So as an example, she is now, they're pretending they're meleeing, but they're not actually meleeing, which is fine. And I don't believe I can shoot my ally. I can, but it doesn't do damage. And the reason for that is because I believe we check teams. So she gets down at 40%. Oh, and she runs. Look at that, she attacks when she runs. Oh, interesting. So these should both be fleeing. Why? Hold on a second, man. Where is our damage check done? Let's check pistol. Pistol. We need to see where enemy fire gets turned on. Like a friendly fire. There's got to be somewhere where we have friendly fire. So here's our pistol. This is a item definition. That's not it. So where's our weapon instance for the pistol? Here's our weapon instance for the pistol. This is inherited from the base weapon instance. It should be in the projectiles for the pistol, I would think. Oh, it's been so long since I've looked at this portion of it. Can't remember how it all worked. This is our equipping montage. That's the damage for the pistol. Reload pistol, weapon fire pistol. Here we go. Here's our gameplay ability. This is weapon fire pistol. Okay, maybe it doesn't use a projectile. Maybe it uses a line trace. Target data. Execute. We're looking for where the damage is done. Alright, this is where the damage is done. Alright. Oh, I wonder if it's in code. Because it looks like, my guess is this is happening. Wait, where's my ally? We'll shoot our ally. Yep, so it's happening. So we need to be in the code. Let's bring up the code. Just to double check this. We may not fix this right now just because, as I've mentioned in the past, compiling takes too long. Okay. Damage execution. And we're going to come in here and we're going to check the current health, spec levels, the hit actor results, impact normals, target ability components, damage. Here's a team subsystem. Team subsystem can cause damage. Okay. So let's go to this. All right, B allow damage to self. This is what we want. Oh wait, no. Instigator equals target, or find player safe from actor, cast actor, instigator, find player safe from actor. Okay, so this is just checking to see if you can blow yourself up. And then this checks to see if they're different teams. Else, otherwise it returns false. There is no way for us to turn on friendly fire in this game right now because of this. And I think we should add that as an option. So let's write that down. Put that in our whiteboard. We want friendly fire. Okay, so in the absence of friendly fire, we are going to go back to this, and we're going to go back to testing how we were testing. Which is, we're going to Alright, so they run away. She's definitely running away. And she's just gonna chase her around. Now, the cool thing is, as she chases her around, because I didn't take the melee out of the retreat, there we go. She should run now. But she's not. That's the part I don't understand. Why didn't she run there? Our ally should run. Alright, we don't need GA weapon fire anymore. We don't need GA weapon fire or the weapon instance or the pistol. Or the pistol. Should flee. If this is true, if this and this, I'm going to print string. Print string. We're going to print ally flee. Ally flee. Flee, you fools. Flee. Okay. And then we'll continue on our merry way. And if it's false, we'll continue on our merry way. I want to make sure that our ally is actually fleeing. Alright, same bit. Here we go again. One more shot should do it. Okay, so... Oh, of course. There we go. She got it. She made it over. Okay, so she's gonna go over here. Go get her. We just have to be patient with this. As she chases him around, she's going to get hit a couple times. Ally flee. Okay. So theoretically that is working. And she's, oh. She's still in flee. Does that mean she's not going to follow me anymore? Yeah. Okay. We're going to have to be smarter about this. We just learned a bunch of stuff here. The problem is... Here's the problem. When we come through here, when we're going to decide whether we should flee, fight, or patrol, the minute her health drops below a certain range, she's no longer following me around. And as an example, let's just double check my theory here. If we kill the other actor instantaneously with a headshot, okay, so does she follow me now? So there's a target. She should follow me around this map. Yeah. So for the most part, she's following me around the map. Right? That's what she wants. That's what we want. They take up position next to us. Our allies will take up position next to us. The problem is, Once her health drops, she no longer does that. Okay. So where are we going to look for this? This is going to be... Let's check this find random patrol location task. I'm guessing it's in there. So we'll go in here. All right, I'm looking for something that checks for, all right, so that's sentry. Search and destroy. Interesting, I don't actually see it here. Which is not what I was expecting. Squad lead. Objective actor. Look around. Here we go, not equal to ally. That's looking for weapons, which we're not going to do. Search for objective. That's an EQS. I mean, it kind of has to be this find random patrol location. Look around. Search and destroy. Unless somehow... Oh, we get ring positions. Here we go. Sentry. Huh. I get... Oh, here we go. Get all objectives. If it's an ally... then we're gonna get the, right now we're cheating this, we're getting player character 0. All right, so this is where we're setting the objective. So then the objective becomes me, the player, basically. And once the player is set, then we're going to patrol and find positions around them. The problem is when we're fleeing, we're not doing that. We are only finding cover positions. So our plan sort of works, but not really, because we're always going to flee. We're no longer going to patrol. So what's going to happen is they're just going to stand there as we move through the rest of the encounter. So maybe rather than find cover position, what we actually want to do is just get all objectives. Let's do that. Let's switch it. We're going to switch this. Okay. We're going to change the flee for the enemy to be... We'll keep this, okay? Because I like this. This is working. Oh, interesting. We don't need the squad leader set thing either. Oh, actually interesting. Squad lead. Okay, don't complicate this. Don't complicate this, Kevin. Okay, here we go. So we're going to find a cover position for the attack, but we're only going to do this if we, let's add a decorator. We're only going to do this if we're not an ally. Strategy. is not equal to ally, I believe it is. Why do I feel like that's wrong? Here's the ring positions. Shooter bot. Get all objectives. This is what it was. Strategy enum. That's what we want. Alright, let's go back to that. Strategy. Enum is ally. Is not equal to ally. So if our strategy enum is not an ally, we'll find cover position. Alright? And let's do a duplicate of this. And what we'll do is, if it is an ally, we're going to rather than find cover positions, we want to do this. We want to find this random control location. Because that should have them run to stay near me. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. Let's delete. Oh, alright, well, let's tasks, find random control location task. And we want both of these to be successful. And we want this to be equal to ally. Okay, so if we're not an ally, we're going to find cover. If we are an ally, we're going to find a random patrol location in our flee. What that should do is, that should still work. But now, what should happen is, wait, where's our buddy? Our ally didn't spawn. I'm not a fan of that bug. We're going to have to chase that down. Yeah, we got our weapons. Got our allies. Alright, you guys do your dance. Hold still. Okay, so that character's fleeing now. And he's going, our ally's going to chase. And what's going to happen is, as he chases, there we go. Oh, dude, it's working. Alright, so what's happening is the ally is fleeing, but they're fleeing to be next to me, not just some random cover position. Which is cool. This feels way better. Alright, I like this. Okay, now, to continue the check, though, to make sure what we've done works, I need to kill them. Alright, so now they're killed. Our ally is still fleeing, technically. But the interesting thing is, they're following me, which is what we want. Because I've become the objective. Perfect. Alright, that is great. Alright, let's call that good. And so I gotta stop doing that. You know, everybody has their ticks. Everybody has their little thing. And I've noticed going through the videos and stuff, I say "and so" a lot. I've got to work on that. Alright, we need to get rid of that print string, which we put in, here we go, ally flee. We do not need that anymore. We're just trusting that that works now. I like that the allies are a little more cautious than the enemies, which is cool. Let's save this. Everything is saved. Do we have our perforce up and running right now? Doesn't feel like it, does it? E4. We do not. Okay, perforce is back. We're connecting, we're accepting. Okay, cool. All right, now let's mix this up. Step gajillion, whatever this is in our multi-year journey to get to a playable prototype. Let's do something crazy and throw in a health spawner. All right, we're starting to kind of bring everything together. So let's drop in a heal pickup. That is not what I wanted. It's been so long since I've used this part of the game, I can't remember how it works. All right, let's do a spawner. I think it's a spawner. Is it pick up, pick up, pick? Pick up. Here it is, test pickup. This is what we want. And what we're going to do is, let's place this. That's kind of cool. All right, and what we, the way we set this up was in our settings. There's this gameplay tag that I can't read. Oh, magazine ammo. Stat tags. Replication. Instances. I believe this is where we set. Oh, maybe not. Templates. Stat count none. Here we go. ID health. Health. ID heal pickup. There we go. All right, so we have a heal pickup now. And it has been so long since I've done this. It'll be interesting to see if this even still works. So let's just put the heal pickup. We'll just make it right in the middle for fun. Now, there is a problem with this. Let's not use that one. Let's use the spawner. Reason being is that heal pickup's only going to spawn once. So we're going to use I believe it's a weapon spawner. Put it right up here. Drop it down. And in our weapon spawner, what we're spawning is a heal. Small. Okay. And lifetime reload. Let's say 10. Yeah, sure. We'll leave it at 10 seconds. All right. Now, nobody's going to go for the health theoretically because nobody needs health at the start. But we do have a health pack there. All right, they're going to chase each other around just like they did last time, but nobody's going to shoot or attack because we've disabled their attacks. All right, now, oh, picked it up on accident, I think. I think that was accidental. All right, now let's weaken the enemy. Do not accidentally pick that up, please. Oh, you did it again. How is it? All right. I guess that was not the best place to put the health back. Let's make this a little bit less in the middle. All right, here we go. Oh, that was almost a headshot. Really? Are you seriously gonna walk on that again? I can't tell if you did that on purpose or I'm just that unlucky. You're just gonna stand on it now? Oh my goodness. Okay, are we there? All right, they are definitely in runaway mode, theoretically. Come on, ally. What are you doing? Does he go for the health? I don't think he is. And we also have a runtime error. What is this runtime error? Should melee. Okay, we're not gonna worry about that. Where's Flea? Flea does not... basically, Flea does nothing to find health. So that's not gonna work. So we did that in the patrol then. I guess. Or maybe we took it out. It's been so long since we did anything with health. Interesting. So we have alert allies, check target, find random, find weapons, form up, run away, set look around, set random focus, and squad. At one point, we were able to pick up heal. Search for objective. Out of ammo. Find weapon. Browse. Find random. Find weapon. I think we need to make a new task, y'all. I think what we need to do is, it looks like we need the ability to find health too. But what does this do? Find weapon does, that's the ring positions part of it. These are the positions. Gets the control pawns. Checks the inventory. This does a lot. Checks for a new weapon. This is getting all the test pickups. Okay. And where's the one that gets the spawners? Here we go. This is the weapon spawners. It checks the percentage cooldown. It checks to see if it's weapon definition, spare ammo. Weapon locations add. I think it's a little more complicated than what we need, but I think we can duplicate it and work from there. So let's do that. Let me put this down, please. All right, so let's duplicate this, and we're going to do this find health. Find health. We'll just call it a task. What? Here it is, find health. That scared me. Okay, in find health, what we're going to do is kind of a lot of the same stuff, but over here we're going to check to see. We're not going to worry about our inventory manager stuff, so we don't need this. We're just going to This is where we want to find out if it's a health pack or not. Is it a health pack? Is it a health pack? Okay. And I'm okay with it either case. Goes through these. Lyra shooter game weapon. What is our health pack actually? This is our heal pickup data. Our heal pickup data uses an ID heal pickup, which is tagged as, it has a magazine, it has 1 ammo, 0 spare ammo. It's an active inventory item. But what in here tells us it is a heal? I mean, the display name does. Heal pickup. Heal pickup. Magazine side. I think we need another fragment in here. Let's just add one. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to say, let's see what's available. Lyra shooter game. Game view, movement, nameplates, gameplay. What? Element 4. Edit. Where's our weapon? To input your game weapon. Here we go. Let's just check this for now and clear this, because I want to try. Okay, so Lyra shooter game weapon, magless. Interesting. I think we need. Let's see if there's a heal in here. That's gameplay queue, input tag, and set by caller. Nope. All right, so we need to add one here. We're going to add to the Lyra shooter game. Let's just add heal. Heal. All right, and we'll set it to 1. And then over here, in our find health task, rather than that, we're going to look for the heal one. Heal. Lyra shooter game heal. Okay. So if we find a test pickup, it's going to look to see if it's a shooter game heal. And we can do the same thing off of this. If we cast a B ability spawner. Interesting. Okay, yeah, it's not an ability spawner. Okay, so that's true. This thing should be a weapon spawner. From our weapon spawner, we need to get the fragments. Can we get those? Nope. Get IDs. weapon definition. That's what we need. Interestingly enough. Weapon. Let's just look for definition. Get weapon definition. Okay. And then what we need to do is we can check to see if it's valid. That's fine. No. And then we need the inventory item definition. So get the inventory item definition. All right. And then from there, get the default stat from the item def. Oh my goodness, this is nuts. I'm going to keep cast failed. I'm going to do this. All right. So then we're going to check for heal. Heal. Okay, so if it's a heal, then if this is greater than 0, then we're going to add this. Otherwise, we're not. All right. A couple things here. Let's just, for sanity, because this is going to be the first time running this. Let's print this as found health. Whether or not we get to it or not, that's like a whole other can of worms. But let's just start with that. All right, and then this is going to be all about heals as well for pickup. That's cool. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go through all of this. Sets the weapon actor. I don't know. I think we should genericize this a little bit so it's not just weapon. But anyways, for right now, it's all misnamed. We're going to have to clean this all up for it to make sense. So it's going to find the weapon locations. It's going to set the objective actor to our weapon, which is actually our heal pack. And then it's going to... I do not want to do this weapons found thing. I do want to set the move goal though. So let's see here. We're setting our objective actor. We're not doing weapons found. We could do get ring positions. And if it's valid, we're going to do that. Hold up a second. What did we just delete? Finished execute with success. All right, we don't want that. Delete that. We want this. We want this. All right. Now this should be interesting because what should happen is this should give us the weapon location. Maybe. There's a lot of moving parts in here, so if I missed, I'm not going to be surprised. But the idea is this gives us our... I mean, it compiled. That's a miracle. Let's... No. What? Did I edit the wrong one? Okay. Cool. Now, in our fight, we're going to stay with fight. We're going to keep this the way it is right now. Flee. What I want to do is... This just sets our state. That's fine. Then we're going to find cover or not. Now, if whether or not it's an ally or an enemy, let's just find health. Find health. So this finds health. Okay. All right, there's a little bit more to this. Because when we find health, that's going to, like, we could test this, right? But what's going to happen is that move to goal is going to get overridden the minute we find these cover positions. So that's not going to do anything. We're not actually going to move to the health. All right, what we need to do is we need to know if health is available. All right, so let's go to here. And what was happening was in our find weapons, we were setting these weapons found. Okay. And that's just in our enemy blueprint. In our blackboard. So we have B weapons found. I don't believe we have anything for health. Nope. Let's add a new boolean for B health. Health found. Okay. And then back here, we can bring back all that stuff we deleted in our find health. And the reason we're doing that now there's a little bit of a thing here. If there's health that's found inside the enemy's fortress, it's probably not a good idea to go get it. But for right now, let's just start with this. We could probably add to the health found safety, like a safety factor, because it's safe to go get the health. So we're setting health found to true and health found to false. We're returning a failure, and then if we go back to our flee, we're going to force success on this. And what we want to do is, there's a couple ways we could do this. We could either put not conditions on these two, so it's not going to find a random patrol location if health is found. Or we could do some kind of branching, but for now, let's just do this. Let's just same thing here, and let's change this to health found is not set. Same thing. Health found is not set. So as long as health found is not set, we will do this. If it is set, we're going to skip this. So theoretically, they should run for the health. So let's save all of this stuff just in case we get a crash. Let's go. All right, same test case. We have our enemy and our ally. They're gonna run each other and pretend to hit each other, but not actually do anything. I'm going to shoot this dude, and he is running straight for the health. Okay, let's try this again. Really, you're gonna stand right there on it? Okay, health is... Oh, interesting. Wait. Alright, found health. Why can't he pick it up? Oh, I know why. Okay, this is wild. If I go over here and I pick that up, I don't think it actually changed my health. But if I look at my inventory, there's a health pickup here. I have one. Interesting. Okay, so we're closer. Basically, what is happening is we are actually picking up the health. That is actually working, which is cool. But also the other thing that's happening is when we pick up the health, It's equipping it. Oh, that's not what we want. That's not what we want at all. Okay. Okay, I think it's time to wrap it up for today. I will explain to you what's going on here in a second. Let me just put that down. And we will have a quick chat. All right, so to wrap up for today, basically this is what's happening. Health packs are items that you can pick up and choose to use or not. And so even though they're able to find the health pack, when they go pick it up, they're picking it up, but they're not actually using it. They're just picking it up. Not only that, they're picking it up and they're equipping it, which means that they're not actually, they don't even have a weapon in their hands anymore. So our test case where our enemy was on retreat was also meleeing our ally, and then we could see our ally work. They're no longer even swinging their swords anymore because they're no longer equipped with the sword, because when you pick up a health pack, what it does is it auto equips it, and then ends up happening. Did you see that? I caught the end. So anyways, so what ends up happening is they have a health pack that they're not using and they're not swinging their swords. But we did make some progress. We made it so that they will at least go pick up the health pack and heal. We actually got a lot of stuff done today. You know, our allies are a little bit better. They'll stick with us now. We've kind of got a little separation for allies and enemies. Couple things that I'm probably going to try to work on between now and the next stream. I'm going to see if I can dig into the ability to add friendly fire, because that's in code, and making changes in code during the stream is difficult simply because you have to compile it and everything like that, and the compiles take a super long time. And then the other thing might be I might dig into a little bit of this, trying to figure out how to make it so that the items are picked up, or either that the enemies, when they pick up the health pack, first off, it doesn't auto-equip. Second off, we should probably, as part of fleeing, check to see if we have health and use it, and we may want to make a task for healing themselves, as an example. Anyways, anybody who's hanging out in the wings, thanks for hopping in. Good Nana, it was great to see you again. Don't know what time it is in Vietnam, but I hope you have a great day or night. And everybody else, as always, for at least for now, you know, we're here Sunday nights and Wednesday mornings. So our next stream is going to be Sunday night at 10:15 Pacific Standard Time. If you have questions, feel free to hop in. If you can't make that, don't hesitate to throw the questions in the comments and we'll try to answer those during the stream. Have a great Wednesday, everybody. Or I think Vietnam may be ahead in the future, so have a great Thursday. Take it easy, y'all.